So currently the main topic in the financial markets are AI stocks. Are AI stocks the next big thing? If you invest money into AI, will it grow in the next years? And the main question, are AI stocks like Nvidia, are they currently undervalued or overvalued? And opinions are really different in the market. And this whole sector of AI stocks seems like it is massively overheated, and it could be massively undervalued, it could be overvalued, but it seems like a lot of investors have fear to invest into these types of stocks. So if you are that type of retail investor who has saved up a good amount of capital, but you are unsure if you should invest into AI stocks, but you still want to generate a consistent monthly income, then here I have a stock for you and a possible investment opportunity that is definitely worth looking at. And I am speaking about Post Holdings, who is a very large food manufacturer in the United States. And they mainly specialize in groceries like peanut butter, cereals, and also pet food like dog and cat food. And what is very interesting about Post Holdings is their business model, as they are the manufacturer for well known brands, for big brands who tend to be more expensive in the shelf. So I'm speaking about big branded products. They are the manufacturer behind these products, or at least some of these products. But what they also specialize in are the cheaper private label products from big grocery companies like Kroger and Walmart, which tend to be cheaper for the consumer. So, one very interesting factor here is that Post Holdings has the possibility to profit from any market situation. So, if consumers are generating more money, they tend to buy the more luxurious and well known products with a big brand on it. So, Post Holdings will benefit from that. If inflation is high and the income is low on top of that, and consumers have to cut down their cost, they will choose more of the private label products, which are much cheaper than the big brands. So Post Holdings has a win-win situation here, no matter of the current economy. And if we look down here at their revenue and profit, we can see that they have a nice revenue growth down here while maintaining attractive profit margins. So this is a indicator for investing into a very stable company that is winning no matter how the economy is performing and how much pressure is on the consumer. Also, if we move over here to the chart and if we look at some fundamentals, we can see that the RSI is historically very low at the moment. So that means that the stock is actually being oversold, which we can also see in the stock price because it dropped down all the way from around $115 to currently trading around $88. So we can see that the stock already dropped a lot in the past few months, which also the RSI reflects. So usually when the RSI gets low, there should be a mechanical movement against that, that the stock should bounce and come up a little bit again. Also, we can see here on the Bollinger Band that the current price of Post is nearly touching the lower Bollinger Band, which also indicates that usually mechanically the stock will come back inside the Bollinger Band. This is not guaranteed, but it is most likely that this is going to happen. Lastly, if we look on the 5-year chart, we can see that here was a time where Post actually consolidated around $85. So historically looking at the stock, this could be our new support line. And that is exactly why I decided to sell a cash secured put on Post at a $85 strike. So basically I committed myself to possibly buy 100 shares of Post at $85 if it ever drops to $85, because I believe that this is a very good price for Post where I want to earn the stock 100 shares, and I believe it is gonna go up again. And for making this commitment, I got paid a premium by the market, which is going to be my monthly income on this stock. My risk here is that Post is going to drop to my strike price and I'm going to be assigned 100 shares. So worst case, I own 100 shares of Post. If it never drops to my strike price, nothing will happen. I just keep my premium, which I got paid by the market, and I can move on and sell another cash secured put, for example, on Post. And this strategy, which I call the premium cycle, where I generate safe, passive monthly income, I am teaching inside of my community. I have a full video course on there for you guys, so you understand the strategy and the mechanics of this in detail. And also, we have a live chat there where I am sharing my live trades, so you guys can benefit from that. And you can ask any type of questions in our community, and we will be happy to help you out. So, if this is something that you're interested in, if you have at least $10,000 in savings, better if you have 20, 30,000 or even more, then click the link in my bio, join my community, and I will see you there.